My name is Celine, I am 28 years old. I met Felix in college. He was 31 years old. He was tall, kind, and funny. At first, he was just a friendly boy. He always smiled and talked happily. But when my mother became very sick, Felix waited outside the hospital every night for me. I thought he was only a friend. But on the day my mother died, Felix held my hand and said, "You are not alone, Celine. I will always be with you." That moment was the real start of our love. Felix loved my smile, and I loved his funny talk. We talked about our dreams, our future. After our marriage, we took a small apartment in New York. We did not have much furniture or expensive things, but we were happy. We had each other. One day, I told Felix that I was going to be a mother. His eyes filled with tears. He was so happy. That night, Felix made a special dinner for me. He kissed my feet and said, "Our daughter is coming, and I will become the luckiest father in the world." Our hearts were full. My marriage was only a few days old. Everything was new and beautiful. I was lost in my small world with Felix. But the next week, something happened that broke my happy world. I still cannot forget the sound of that day. At 8 o'clock at night, I got a phone call. I said, "Hello, who is this?" A man from the other side said, "Are you Mr. Felix's wife?" I said, "Yes, I am." He said, "I am sorry, ma'am. Your husband died in a car accident." I froze. My heart stopped. I could not hear anything after that. I was 6 months pregnant. Felix died on the spot in a car accident. The phone fell from my hand, and my life also fell. In just 1 second, my whole world was destroyed. My dreams were broken, and I became a silent woman with empty eyes. I was still carrying the baby who never saw her father. In my hand was my husband's last message. It said, "Celine, I am buying clothes and shoes for you and the baby." My heart broke. That message was never completed. Maybe my life also stopped at that message. My father had already left me because I married against his wish. Before sleeping, I only said one prayer, "Oh God, please do not take my baby before me. I have not given up yet." 3 weeks later, my daughter was born. I named her Amy. When Amy was born, I was holding my whole world in my arms. But I had only $27 in my pocket. I had no home, no family, just me and my newborn daughter. I sold my wedding ring, the last memory of Felix, just to buy milk for Amy. That night, I drank only water. I held my daughter close to my chest and said, "I will protect you no matter what, my love." Many nights passed like that. Empty stomach, no sleep, only silent prayers to God. I could not do a job because my daughter was very little, and I could not leave her alone. There was no one to look after her. 3 years passed after Amy's birth. I watched her grow, waiting for the day she would look at me and say, "Mama." But when that moment came, she said nothing. I told myself, every child is different. She will speak one day. But deep inside, my heart was scared. That silence, it was not normal. I went to the doctor. Tests were done. The reports came. The doctor looked at me and said, "Your daughter has a brain problem, and maybe she will never speak." I could not believe what I just heard. I could not breathe. Tears filled my eyes. I asked, "Why is God doing this to me?" After Felix, I never saw happiness again. But I was a mother, and giving up was not an option. I made a decision. How long will I live like this? When I looked at Amy, I felt peace. If a mother does not fight for her daughter, then who will? I learned that Amy's silence was not her weakness, it was her strength. I started working night shifts in a hotel as a cleaner. I cleaned floors and bathrooms all night. In the morning, without sleeping, I picked up my baby in my arms. My fingers were tired, but when I touched Amy, I got my strength back. A time came when I did not have even $1 to buy milk. I had nothing, only a mother's heart. So, I drank only water so my body could make milk for Amy. My stomach was empty. I could not sleep, but I could not give up. I was broken in those days. But one friend held my hand. She wiped my tears and said, "Celine, you can learn a skill and work from home." I started learning coding online. I took care of Amy during the day, and at night, I cleaned the hotel. Many nights my head felt dizzy because of no sleep. My hands shook. My eyes were blurry, but I had to live. In the beginning, I did not understand anything. Code, language, everything felt like a new world. But I did not stop. Slowly, I began understanding every word, every line. After 6 months, I got a job in a small company. I worked hard every day. Soon, I built my own team and earned enough to give my daughter a better life. Now, I am a senior developer. I have a small home, a car, and a future full of hope. Every morning, I drop my daughter Amy at a special learning school. It is a place where children with brain problems learn to live with love and courage. My heart feels peace because now she is not alone. She still cannot speak, but when she looks at me, the light in her eyes becomes the most beautiful moment of my day. Last week, when she touched my face and made the sound, "Ma," I cried a lot. Sometimes, I think if my husband could see me, what would he say? Maybe he would kiss my forehead and say, "You did everything for our daughter, even more than I could." If God gives you pain, He also gives you the strength to face it. You only need to believe in yourself, and your feet will find the way. If you are broken, your tears are not your weakness. They are your strength. I broke, but I did not fall. I was alone, but I did not lose. I am a mother, and that is my superpower. If you liked this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.